everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss about the environmental management standards with their principles. The environmental management standards that provide the framework for organizations to implement the responsible practices, and these standards that align with the environmental principles that promoting the sustainability, minimizing the environmental impact. Let's start this session with the overview of this environmental management standards. The first one is reduces the environmental impact. These standards establish the procedures for minimizing the pollution, waste generation, and resource consumption. And it also enhances the environmental performances. They promote the continuous improvement, setting the targets and measuring the progress to achieve the environmental goals. And also these meet the legal and regulatory requirements by compliance with the environmental laws and regulations is essential for operating the responsibilities. And the next thing is the gain competitive advantages. These demonstrating the environmental responsibility can attract the customers, investors, and also the new talents. And the next are the principles the ISO 1 series that contains the ISO 14001, that environmental management system that specifies the requirements for an environmental management system to help the organizations that manages their environmental responsibilities in the systematic way. And the ISO 14004 environmental management system guidelines, these provides the guideline to developing implementing and maintaining the improving and environmental management system. And ISO 14006 environmental management system, these guidelines for including social responsibilities that provide the guidance on how to integrate the responsibilities that considerations into the environmental management system. And next we have is EMAS standard, that is the Eco Management Audit Scheme, a voluntary program that enables organizations to evaluate, improve, and publicly report their environmental performances. And the next is independent verification. These like the organizations must undergo regular audits by accredited bodies to ensure the accuracy and validity of the environmental declarations. And the last thing is public disclosure. The registered organizations must publicly disclose their environmental performances and promoting the transparency and accountability. And next we have is environmental management principles. The first principle is precautionary principles. It is but prevention is better than cure, right? Like that, the taking action to prevent the potential environmental harm even with the incomplete scientific information. And the next principle is a pays principle, holding those responsible for pollution accountable for the cost of remediation and prevention. And the third one is sustainable development principle, it is the meeting that needs of a present generation without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. And next we have is integrating the principle with the standards. We have several methods like environmental policies, like organizations that should clearly articulate their commitments to the environmental principles through a well-defined environmental policies. And the stakeholder engagement is also most important, like involving the relevant stakeholders in decision making process and ensuring that transparency in the environmental performances. And life cycle assessments, like analyzing the environmental impact of products and services throughout their life cycle, from the raw material extraction to the disposal. It is better to not use the plastic like substances in our day-to-day life, which is really a bad impact on our future environment. And the continuous improvement, like setting targets, monitoring progresses, and implementing the corrective actions to achieve the ongoing environmental improvements. And we also have the challenges to achieve a good environmental status. The challenges are cost and resource allocation, like balancing environmental investments with the financial constraints, and the prioritizing the initiatives that deliver the most significant impact. And next thing is technical advancements. adopting the innovative technologies to improve the environmental performances and drive the sustainable practices. And next is effective communication and stakeholder engagement. Clearly, the communicating environmental goals, achievements, and the challenges to stakeholders, that building the trust and forecasting the collaboration. And next is data collection and analysis, like implementing the robust data collection system and analytical tools to measure the progress and inform decision making. And finally, the conclusion of this session are environmental responsibility, like integrating the environmental management principles into the business practices. Like it is crucial for achieving the sustainability and the continuous improvement. Like organizations should continually access their environmental impact and strive for the ongoing improvement. And stakeholder engagement, like engaging the stakeholders in the environmental initiatives that fosters the collaborative and promotes the shared responsibilities. This is all about this session. So thank you for watching my video. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.